It is essential to see that rage is an emotion that drives us to individualize and build identity. Without an identity, without distinction from the group, the collective, the social field, we cannot develop personal power. For this to happen, we must find our limits and find out about our difference. Every time we forget this truth and are going to dissolve in the alienating overlay of the mass spirit, rage calls us back to our own mission, our uniqueness, our truth. In this accumulation of rage that is frozen into an inner shadow, there is an immense energy potential. Once we manage to get in touch with the shadow and integrate this potential, we are substantially enriched and get a sense for the depth of life. The result is a fountain of creativity and joy in life. Through the inner dialogue with our shadow, the energy in us that always negates, we get in touch with our true self. Moreover, this work will step by step free the energy contained in the repression of the undesired emotion. This energy is then available for creative purposes as well as for changing the behavioral pattern which led to an accumulation of frustration and negativity. Another part in us that often expresses rage is the inner child. With many of us, this inner child has been hurt or betrayed. It may be in a cataleptic state, a state of total muteness, and it may not respond at first to any attempt to get in touch. The magic of childhood is that no child wants to be a child, but rather is an adult in spe. As this visceral need for autonomy was not attended to by our early environment, we have as adults the responsibility to parent our inner child. Rage is not a big problem when expressed by a child, yet can be difficult to handle when pent up over years in an adult who refuses to listen to their inner child. Destructive human beings are often destructive children since they did not give their inner child a chance to grow. A destructive culture is an infantile culture, a culture that did not mature inside while being powerful and sophisticated outwardly with all its knowledge and proud aggressiveness. Integrating our inner child, we heal our inner wound. The result is a fantastic flow of creative energy, spontaneity, youth and wisdom, and a strong will to live. Moreover, our capacity to love will be renewed, and we will have higher energy in all we do. Integrating our inner child, we heal our inner wound. The result is a fantastic flow of creative energy, spontaneity, youth and wisdom, and a strong will to live. Moreover, our capacity to love will be renewed, and we will have higher energy in all we do. When our inner child is furious, we must understand the reasons for this rage, while at the same time seeing that we adults do not need this rage anymore, since it is nothing but a conditioned behavior pattern that we can change if we want to. Once we recognize deep down that true adulthood is to be vulnerable and open toward life, the pattern will change by itself. The vital energy contained in the pattern, which was locked, will then be freed and serve creative purposes. The words rage and courage are related not for nothing. Rage is part of courage, but not only literally, but also in real life. Courage is but sublimated rage. When you suppress your rage, you cannot become courageous. This fact is expressed in mythology by the tale of Hercules killing the lion and putting the lion's fur around his shoulders, thus symbolizing that Hercules had become the lion himself, and the lion being the quintessential example of courage in most of the cultures of antiquity until today. Once you can handle your rage, and not before, you are eligible for the small circle of those who have real courage, the courageous souls.